Okay, great. So we'll get started, Anusha. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
you can introduce and then I will take over from there.
Yes, this week's topic is, guys, why does the interview how do you answer that why are you interested in this job?
Yeah.
Other than the obvious, like, we don't like to starve and we need the money. How do you answer
Yes.
such questions?
So any guesses? Have you ever? I'm sure you all have gone through interview at least once in your lifetime. So what is that, or how is that you have answered this? Anybody would like to take a
Share the
chance? And
experience.
yeah, it's an opportunity. Let me know how have you answered. There's nothing right, nothing wrong. We all have our own way of answering questions. So it's perfectly fine. So you don't have to feel uncomfortable about it. So go ahead and type in and let me know how have you answered this question. Why are you interested in this job? I remember when I was young, when I was looking for jobs, and I used to
Mm-hmm.
struggle answering this question because I really didn't know what to answer, how to answer. So my simple uh, answer would be, this job role excites me. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. Because I didn't know how to answer that question. I used to never go beyond that. But as I started gaining experience and in that field itself, then I realized this question is so very important. And why do employers ask this question? So anybody would want to attempt to answer this question: why are you interested in this job or in this opportunity, or why would you want to work with our company? There are many ways that an employer would ask you this question. So anybody would want to take an attempt, please. So just type in and let me know what was your answer. Like I said, nothing right, nothing wrong. Just go ahead and answer. It's okay. Anybody? Anusha, have you answered this question in your lifetime?
No, I've not answered it yet.
Okay.
Since it's
So
all online now, all these things happen, typing in everything happens, assignments also happen typing in.
so
So
if
it's very
if
rare.
if you are given an opportunity, how would you answer this question?
Actually, I don't know. Other than the obvious that I need the money.
Of course, you can't say I want this job because I want
Exactly.
money. That is the bottom line. We all work for
That is
money.
about,
Nobody is
yes.
doing charity. But yes, but some thought. Do you? How if I ask you this question, what would be your answer? Anything.
Uh,
What comes to your mind?
at, Most probably, I am very interested in the job role and I would learn a lot from this,
Uh huh.
and it would give me a lot of experience working as this role, and I'm
Okay.
pretty excited and eager.
Whatever
Somewhere
you
I've
have
answered.
said, Anusha, very close to what is expected by the employer. But the only thing when we answer, it has to be a combination that it's for both of us. It's not only
Okay.
for me. That is how the employer will look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get started now.
Yes.
So this question, why do you want to work with us, or why are you interested in this job opportunity, is a very commonly question asked. Only the format of asking might differ from interviewer to interviewer, and the reason the interviewer is asking this question is basically for a couple of reasons. One, he wants to see how enthusiastic you are. He also wants to understand if you're really aware of the position that you have applied to. He
Mm-hmm.
wants to understand if your thought process is in alignment with the opportunity that we have. He also wants to understand, what are your goals and aspirations. And he also wants to understand how positively are you going to contribute to the organization. So there's a
Mm-hmm.
reason. So whenever a question is coming across to you by the interviewer, every question has a motto or agenda for the
Mm-hmm.
interviewer in mind. They don't ask for the heck of asking. There's a reason why they ask, which most often we as candidates fail to catch that information, which is unseen in the conversation. Okay, and when you are answering this question, so whenever you are answering this question to the interviewer, you have to come up with minimum three great reasons. Minimum at least three great reasons. Okay, one. Two, whenever you're answering this question, start with the dialogue saying, I am interested in this opportunity, or I am interested in this company because, and then you phrase whatever you want to tell the interviewer. Over here, the combination of your answer, the way you frame your answer, should be a great combination of showing your passion and in alignment to the skill of yours, in alignment to the growth of the organization, in alignment to your own growth. So it's a complete package. That is how you would answer. Instead of just saying, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. Instead, you have to sell yourself as a business to the employer that you're going to be one of the best service provider over the competition which is there standing outside. That is how you would talk to the employer. So number one, like I said, there will be three minimum reasons that you would cite out when you're answering this question. The first reason being you will highlight your professional skills, your potential skills that you carry, how your skills are going to help the employer solve his problem statement. What are those X skills that you're bringing on the table, and what is the value you're going to give in to the employer and help him solve his issues just by hiring you? Like I mentioned, you're going to talk about as a business service provider wherein you are top notch compared to other competition standing outside, because for the same role you're going to have so many applications coming in. How are you going to differentiate yourself from the people who are standing with you for the same job? So first would be highlight your skills, categorically saying that this is what skills I'm bringing, and I know this job has requirement on these skills, and this is the possible problem statement. So by using these skills, I strongly believe that I'll be able to solve the challenges that the firm is facing, in turn, which will help us increase the revenues, help us grow together in the journey. So that is how you would combine. You can use your own English, your own way of putting it across. I'm just giving an example right now. Of course, highlighting, like Rajesh mentioned, passion all the time. In the entire conversation, one should mention passion, because when there is passion, that means you're loving, you're going to love to do what you want to do and what you've applied for. If you're just going to go there with an intention of, no, I want a great paycheck, then it might not sound authentic, when you're talking. So it's extremely important that you link your passion, your interest, your love for the job. That is number one. Number two would be cultural fit. Now over here, when the cultural fit comes in play, is very, very super, super important. Why? Because not every culture will be suitable for you. X company's culture might be good for me, but not for you. May be good for you, but not for me, because we all come with different value and belief system, right? So, and that is one reason why the employer really wants to know if you are culturally fit or no. This is a very, very common and the most wanted question in the interview. Because if you're culturally not fit, the firm will not be comfortable to hire you. Vis-a-vis, even you will not be comfortable to join the company. It's like, one rotten apple can spoil the entire basket. The saying goes like this then. Because if the firm is very compassionate about integrity, loyalty, honesty, fairness, okay, and somewhere you don't fit there as per your value system, you will also find it difficult to sustain in the organization. Vis-a-vis, even if the firm has a different culture and it does not marry your value system, even the firm is going to struggle to retain you in the organization. They're going to struggle to maintain the relationship with you. So it is very important, how you are as a person, the value system that you have, is it marrying the value system of the organization? That is where the manager would ask you this question, one, to understand how much research have you even done about the company? Have you even understood what is the culture of the company? Okay, what is the research that you have done? So when you're talking to the employer, you can cite this out. I did read about the company that the culture is great because 1, 2, 3, 4. It has an open door policy. It is the company works on the fairness. So I also come from a background. So that is how. So you can answer. Does the company have a great reputation about how they are taking care of the employees? How are they engaging the employees? Are they helping the employees to grow in terms of resource development? So this shows the culture of the company. And if you are a person who wants to learn constantly, wants to grow constantly, and the company is giving you that, that means it is really marrying your value system. It is actually in alignment with your own thought process. This is the second one. This is the cultural fit. The third one is when you're wrapping the entire interview and sealing your answer, put some personal touch to that, a personal fit kind of
Okay.
thing. That could be, I'm while I've said about my skills and all of this, I also see that there is the great thing what I like about this is the traveling or the commuting is very less for me, and that saves a lot of time for me. That could be one of the personal. So putting in personal element over there, then you could say this company has the kind of stuff which I always wanted to because it really aligns to the person as an individual I am. You can add some personal combination of an touch over there so that you're sealing it with all the three elements, the key elements. One is, you're talking about the skills that you carry on the table, which will help you grow, which will help the firm grow. So financially, both of you are growing. Career-wise, both of you are growing. The second is a cultural fit because any firm which wants to hire you, on an average, they would want the employee to stay for minimum I'm talking 5 years minimum. Okay, because the competition is so high, retaining gets little challenging if it is not working for both the sides, for the employer and for the employee. So when they're hiring, they're looking for minimum in 5 years because there's so much of effort that is going in hiring the candidate, and even for the candidate, right? He or she also needs to prepare, you know, make themselves available for the interview, and so is for the employer. Just to hire one person, they must have possibly interviewed more than 60 candidates. That's a reality today, right? Because talent is not easily available. So it's very important when you put your step forward, put the best one. So first is, talk about your skills, your potential skills that you bring on the table. Highlight it. It's an opportunity given to you to speak about it. So don't say, I don't have anything much to say. Say it's an opportunity given to you. So at least talk about three great elements. One could be your potential skills. That is something, that's exactly what the employer wants to hear from you. Two is your culture fit, because it's going to be good for both of you. You also want a great company to work, a great place to work where the environment is very healthy and positive for you, and the employer also wants to see that this is the person I would want to work because he or she is very positive, with in attitude, very approachable, very flexible, can understand. So those leadership qualities are being seen by the employer when you marry your answer with the cultural fit. And the third is when you wrap your answer, you give a personal element to it, wherein you can say, like I said, I gave an example, right? The job is just few minutes away from my residence. Could be something that way, because that is most of us really want. The office should be very
Yes.
close by, so that we don't commute, or we don't have to commute too much. We shouldn't get tired, and we should look forward the next day to come to the office. When the traveling is too much, when you have to really hop and go to the office, you might not want to do that every day. See, in initial few months, you might be excited, but imagine if you're traveling from one corner of the world to another corner of the world, it's going to tire you. There will be a moment where then you will say, no, I don't think I can travel so much. I need to look for an opportunity. So this can be a great personal element which you can add, or you could also say something, you are looking out of the job personally, something appealing, but this is going to appeal the employer, that and is going to make you stand out from the crowd when you put these three elements all together. So this is what I wanted to share, and like the audience said, putting the passion element is like icing on the cake, because when you talk about the passion, it is seen on your face, it's seen on through your gestures, and the employer can get a hold of it that yes, this is what I want to hear, and he or she is like, okay, Anusha, over to you.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week again.
Okay, I'll see you next week, everybody.